Extroverted thinking is a function that asks black and white questions. Is it done? Are we there yet? Does this accomplish the goal? It makes a schedule. It makes a checklist. It makes sure the train runs on time. This, to a great extent, is very valuable in a time-oriented institution such as the church, although that can vary by culture. There are cultures where nothing starts till everyone is there. Generally, the cultures I've had to do with have preferred things being on time because of second function extrovert thinking. I am generally goal-oriented about the visions and dreams that come from my introverted intuition, but I tend to have a strong sense of time management, a strong sense of reliability and punctuality. This is partially due to that function and partially due to my upbringing. Raised in the church um, by a worship leader who was often 1 to 2 hours early to everything and brought his son there as a form of manual labor and or apprenticeship. Um, I don't know that either of them has strong extroverted thinking. One of my parents has taken the Myers-Briggs and the results were unbelievably confusing because they don't seem to match the person that I know. And one of my parents has chosen not to take the MBTI at all. And I've been, despite years of typology, totally just guessing when I think about that person's personality type. That being said, because of the amount of perceivers in the church that want to show up when they get there, want to kind of participate in the fun parts, churches require a skeleton that is made of people with strong extroverted thinking who can arrive on time, who can set up chairs, who can get musicians there and make them rehearse on a schedule, get them off stage before things start and back on stage when things resume. People who can maintain a private but rigid personal schedule where they get things done with whether somebody is looking over their shoulder or not. The crisis that I've had is that, and I think this is a microcosm in the church I'm about to describe, extroverted thinking often finds itself in conflict with extroverted feeling. And fundamentally, churches want extroverted thinking to support the functions of the church, but not in such a way as makes people uncomfortable, not in such a way as that undermines its focus on team identity, group worth. I have been involved in original Christian music for about 30 years off and on. I'm maybe slightly older than I look. Musicians are like that. They age slowly and they eat all your food. That's basically what musicians are. Eating machines with uh, delayed maturity. So I remember a recurring crisis, and I hope that my brother will allow me to share this. I have done music off and on for 30 years with, if you saw Bingle All the Way, the fantastic Christmas product of the gifted artist Backwater J, he and I have been in a gazillion different Christian music projects, and we would have a particular conflict when we were younger that hopefully we've outgrown about time. That is, we would set a time for a rehearsal, and I'd be there early, and the time would arrive for it to start, and I would begin impatiently waiting for people to arrive. So I was not only on time, I was early, and then intensified the feeling of it. We'd have various passive aggressive conflicts over whether it was more noble to manage time in a way that made people's time feel appreciated, or whether it was more noble to be absolutely kind and gentle no matter when people showed up. And so I have an internal leaning because of extroverted thinking toward shouldn't have been late. Let me wag my finger at you. Um, and I think given the choice, churches want people with strong extroverted thinking that is connected to introverted sensing so that it is allows them to manage time and be punctual and be reliable, but also put the group and people's feelings first. And I'm not exceptional at that. As I've gotten older, I'm definitely aware of the feeling. It's kind of toned down as time has gone on, and I don't speak it. Um, Now, notwithstanding that conflict, um, creating music with people that are different than me has been one of the high points of this human existence. So those differences become necessary. Backwater Jay is more talented than I am. Um, I'm organized and structured. You can look at the two channels. His INFP channel produces a smaller amount of better edited, more politically charged, in a sense, better content. And my channel has produced close to 350 videos since the beginning of the quarantine, and I don't edit. Um, and certainly not as much music or as much beautiful music or as much involved or ornate music as he does. Um, so this is extroverted thinking as a way of extroverting, and it's another way of doing things. Um, I feel the churches are much more responsive to his INFP way of being an artist, and much less responsive to my INTJ way of being an artist. That was a big ramble. You should watch Backwater Jay's channel. It's better. Okay. Have a great day. Be blessed. If I have blessed or encouraged you, please like and subscribe.